Welcome to Board Game Empire. We're going to be showing you both how to play and a full playthrough of Lawyer Up by Rock Manor Games. And a beginner game, you're supposed to choose, there's two cases. There's case 00 and case 01. The beginner's games are supposed to choose case 00. So we're going to be showing you how to play that game. There's 4 different strategies you agree upon to play. One is for a short game, 2 are for a normal game, and the other one is for a very long game. So the first time we played, which they suggest, is playing the normal one without basically the shorter game. And the difference between that is there's 2 of the strategies, the normal games, they either have this little tiny symbol, it's a knife, or is that a pen? Everything's really small in these cards, so that's one thing I would suggest to the developer. Use bigger font, because you almost need a magnifying glass to see some of this stuff. So I believe it's either ink pen or a knife. And the other one has a spider web. So the way to distinguish, if you're playing the forger, which has this little symbol, it looks like a knife or a pen, you take all the cards, you take the base decks, plus you get all the cards that have that little symbol to match. Same with the spider web. You would take the spider webs out for this one. If you choose the one with the spider web, you would play with the base deck and all the cards that have the little spider web on them. If you're playing the short game, you would take all the cards that have the spider web or the little knife symbol. So, and with each strategy, it has key witnesses listed. So the defense has 4 and prosecution has 4. So the ones we were chosen to use were, for his side, the defense, Henry Antonius, Luke Visser, Jamshid Medini, and in this, there's 2 cards that are hidden by, they're the expert witnesses. You turn them down and they're random. His is Isabella Nowick. For my key witnesses, I have Dr. Lottie Van Houten, Yuri Volkov, Vivian Tarala, and my expert witness is Detective Tirani. So the way the game ends is when all the key witnesses have been called, or if one of us runs out of our base deck, because you cannot reshuffle them. You have to end the game if you go through all of them. And the difference between the normal game and the short game, we played the short game to learn, and in my opinion, it's not as fun because the winner is the one that just has the most witnesses. The bias doesn't matter at all. So what makes this game fun is you're swaying the jury with the bias symbols. And you can see we have 2 rows. Top row is for the defense, because you can see they're all swayed slightly to the blue. And the bottom row is for the prosecution. All of them are swayed slightly to the prosecution side. And they randomly have these bias symbol tokens on them. And this one can be swayed by, I'm trying to remember the names of these biases. I want to give you the correct names for them. Okay, so the thumbs up is reputation and morality. The heart is it's an emotional bias. The little head is logical and factual. The scales is bureaucratic and justice. And then the skull is corruption and nefarious. So each of these jurors are swayed by the bias token that's on their on here, and you'll see the cards have different bias tokens as well as the witnesses. So those bias symbols play a big factor in this game. So a normal game, the winner is the one that has the most judges swayed to their side. The most jurors swayed to their side. And then if there's a tie, then you go on who has the most witnesses that they won. So each side gets 3 objection tokens. You only get 3, so you want to use them sparingly. And you also get a sidebar token, this resets every witness. So what a sidebar is, you're basically putting the judge in your favor, and you get to draw a card from your deck, because you'll get to where a lot of times you draw cards and none of them are great for that particular witness, so you're kind of stuck. And there's also benefits to having her in your favor, the judge in your favor as well. So when you play your sidebar, you flip the judge over to, always starts out in favor of the prosecution. So say he played his sidebar token, we would just turn it over, and now she favors him. But at the end, when the witness is resolved, which means when you're done with that witness, whoever loses that round, automatically the judge is swayed to their favor, and they get to go first. That's one advantage of having the judge in your favor. It's because you get to go first and call your witness.
There's another reason too, because some of the cards have procedures, and so you have to have the judge in your favor to pretty much be able to use it.
Yeah, the procedure cards in your hand, one of your things you can do in your turn, here's the things you can do during your turn. You can either play a card to your examination, and what that means is when you use it, whatever witness is called, the card you play, that's called the examination phase. So you can do that, or you could play a procedure down in your play area for later. You can activate that procedure and play, but only if the judge is in your favor. So that makes a big difference. You can use your sidebar. That counts as a turn. You get to draw a card and put the judge in your favor. So technically, if you want to play a procedure card, you'd probably want to do that first, and then your next turn, hopefully the other side won't do the same thing, and you'll be able to activate that procedure card. Or you can just pass if you have nothing to play, and when both players pass, that witness is resolved, and then you count up the what is this one called? The influence. So, and the way that works, as you're playing the game, each of these cards have an influence score. I'm red, the prosecutor, so the only ones that I can use are the ones that are red or the gray. Oh, actually, this is my base deck, so there wouldn't be any gray. Let me find a gray one. Like this one's gray. So gray and red benefit me. Gray and blue benefit Anthony on the defense side. So you count up, as you're playing, you'll earn those influence, and you'll just turn your dial to that influence when you're when you're resolving the witness. The difference between his influence and my influence, whoever has the most is the winner. They gain that witness in their play area, and the difference between the two numbers is how many sway points they have that they get to use. So say he has 8 points. These numbers on here is basically he can choose any number of jurors that add up to 8 points. So he could go this one, number one, that if he chose to bring that one to his side, that would take away one of his 8 sway points. So he can do it more than once if he wants. So that would cost him 2 sway points. So you just keep swaying until you've used up your sway points or influence points that you have. Trying to think if there's anything else I'm missing.
Oh, and so with the influence, if you have like, say I had 10 and I won and she had 2, so I would technically only get 8. So it's the difference of influence for that. And another thing forgotten was the objection token. You can't, once you use it, it's gone. You only get 3 at the beginning of the game. But there are cards that give you extra objection tokens, and so you will be able to obtain them again. So that's pretty much everything I could think of.
Oh, one last thing is this resets to 0 after each witness is resolved. So you don't get to keep those influence. That would be an unfair advantage. So you're starting over from 0 with the next witness. And then they have these reference cards, which makes it really easy for each side. It basically tells you the different phases. I mean, it's pretty easy to, after you play a few rounds, but at first, when you're first playing the game, you kind of need these as reference. Oh, the last thing, you start out with a base deck of 26 cards for your color. I'm red, prosecution. He's blue for defense. And the way you distinguish those is there's a larger, you can see the difference. See the banner on the upper left? It's larger. So they don't really clarify that in the book per se, so we spent a little time figuring that out. But another way to figure out, there's 26 of them. And if you count all the cards with this larger banner, it's 26. Then you have the rest of your cards that you deal out during the discovery phase. And the way you do this, if you're a beginner, you can do it where you just randomly deal out to 3 decks equally. If you're not playing with the little knives and spider webs, there's 30 cards, so it would be 10 each deck. But there's 12, so of those that's added, so it's 32 in a deck, so you would just randomly pass out 32 divided by 3. But we're going to do it the way you're supposed to do it, which is the discovery phase. And the way you do this, you put the deck between you. It doesn't matter who goes first, there's no advantage. We each draw 3 cards.
So pretty much the 3 decks are her deck, prosecutor, defense, and then the bury deck.
It's called bury the evidence deck. Yeah. And you will use that later, even though they're not played much, but they are cards that allow you to take cards from the buried evidence. And a lot of times there's a good card in there that you're glad you were able to look, because you're able to look through it and pick one a lot of times.
And one more thing too, like when you're playing this card, when you're linking, you have to link the cards.
Oh yeah.
To the symbols.
The same bias symbol.
So right here we have the 2 same symbols, but then you have to link. You have to have a heart or the.
You can do a chain.
So you have to do a chain. So you can't use this one as your next one. You have to use the ones that are actually on the card next. So, and that's how you chain it.
Sure. I thought you could just do any that were on here, and then this again. The rules aren't that clear.
Yeah.
So, way we've been playing it, and you comment, and if we're wrong, definitely comment and let us know. But the way
we read the rule book several times, watched several videos
just to make sure.
And everyone you'll notice has corrections in the videos because there are.
It's kind of vague on some things.
Yeah.
So the way we were playing it, you have to start out matching one of the bias symbols on the witness. Then, as you play, as long as you match a bias symbol that's either on the witness or one of the cards, you're chaining them together is what they called it. Is how we were playing it. I don't think they have to be right together in a chain, but again, I could be wrong on that. Because we were playing it, like this next one you could see, it doesn't have the heart or skull, but it does match, I need to take one of my hands. It does match the scale that's on the witness card. So I believe that is the correct way, because again, the rule book, it doesn't really... It doesn't really, or we didn't see it, where it...
Or it goes in depth and actually make it clear. Also, there's also extra witness deck right here that you could draw from. So there's a lot of rules to this game that, and some of them are just not fine-tuned like it should be. And so you could be reading the rule book like 100 times, and still it's... and the rule book is so small,
yeah,
that you're just going to
They need to make it a little bigger with a little bigger font because I'm giving away my age here, but I have trifocals. So these have bifocals on the bottom. He has perfect vision, and you almost need a magnifying glass to see some of this, especially on the cards. So that's one thing I would suggest. But yeah, it didn't really.
We never said. Remember, we looked it up.
Yeah, we looked it up, and maybe we missed it. But we're gonna play it that way. And again, if we're wrong, I'm sorry. But we are teaching you the basics of the game.
If we're wrong and someone corrects us that actually has played it multiple times, or the actual developer, then we'll just put in the description so we don't have to reshoot this whole thing. Yeah. So that would be our correction.
Apologies in advance if we're wrong. Yeah. So we're going to start out. I drew the 3. He draws 3. And sorry, we got a little sidebar there. But so what we're doing here, he's going to look at the cards. I'm going to look at the cards. You get to pick one for your own deck. So, of course, you're going to look at your witnesses and look at their bias symbols. And you're going to try to get the most you can with the bias symbols that match your witnesses, because that's going to benefit you the most. You're going to you got to put one in his deck, so you're going to try to really harm him and give him a card that's really not going to do him any good at all. And if there's a card that you think would benefit him really well but wouldn't benefit you, you're going to bury that evidence. So we keep doing that until we go through this entire deck. So we're going to look at them. And each card has the number of points that you get, the number of influence points. At the bottom, it has what happens when you use it in an examination. There's something, if it says examine, that happens right away. And then there's a victory. Let me see. If it has a victory statement, that only occurs if it's the last card you played in your examination process. So that's another strategy to this game. If there's a victory that you want to claim, if you win that witness, you want to make sure that's the last card you play. If it gets buried with another card, you don't get that victory. But you do get it says examine, whatever's there. When you play that card, you get to do that right then. So, sorry, I'm talking. So there's the buried evidence pile. And I put one, because this, actually, what am I doing? I am red. This one's blue. That doesn't benefit me. We played the opposite last time, so my head's trying to wrap around. I'm now the prosecution, not the defense. So I don't want to keep that card, and I definitely don't want to give him that card because it's for his side. So I'm trying to make his deck as useless as I can for him. This is a hard choice. Ugh. I don't want to give you either of these cards.
This game took a longer than it had to last time, because if you play in with someone that has trouble with choices, this is a lengthy game. Very lengthy game. It doesn't matter if it says 35, you're looking at hours. So we're just picking cards.
It's definitely better doing it this way than the random because you have more control over it. And it's a hard choice sometimes because you don't want to help them out at all.
Last few.
Okay. So now this is the buried evidence. So we're just going to put this up here, and we may or may, or actually I'll put it right here where you guys can see it. We may or may not use that pile. Then these are our decks. Once we go through all these cards, the game's over, or when we've called all of our witnesses. Okay. All right.
So now we're actually starting the game.
So the judge is in my favor right now because I'm the prosecution. Oh, so we each draw 5 cards. That is what you start out with for each witness. The person with the judge in their favor also gets to call the first witness. We're going to need to make some room here to do the examination cards. So, all right. So you're going to want to look at your cards, and whatever bias you have on the top, you're going to want to look at your witnesses and see which one would be best for this hand, because you draw 5 new cards every witness. You get the choice of keeping 1 if you want out of your existing hand and drawing up to 5 at the end of each witness, or you can just draw 5 new cards. You can also do a mulligan. Isn't a mulligan? You can draw 5 new cards.
I can't remember.
Right? Or am I thinking of something else?
We play a lot of games, so a lot of times
Let me make sure. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
I don't think so. I don't think there is any mulligan in this one.
I think I'm thinking of a different game. I'm sorry. Oh, you're right. I don't think it's a different game I'm thinking of. Sorry. Okay, so what do I want to do? And I forgot to talk about this. Each witness, when they're called, there's a benefit. Like I get to sway 1 bias on one of the jurors when I call her. Him, I get to search the buried evidence for a painting and add it to my hand. So, and then this one, both players draw 1 evidence card from their opponent's discard. So, based on that, and the bias I have in my hand, and you turn her, the way we're sitting, it's kind of odd, so I'm going to leave her this way. This is my side. You always put the left of the witness towards the person that called it, and what that means is these are the bias and points that I get 4 influence, and these are the bias symbols that I'm playing off of. He doesn't get those 4 points. But these are the bias symbols that he's playing off of, which are the same as mine. So this does not benefit him at all. But he does play off those same symbols.
Let's put it right here.
Oh, that works. Okay, so we're now in the trial phase. I called the witness, Dr. Lottie Van Houten. I get to sway 1 bias just for calling her. So I'm going to look at...
Well, smarter choice would be the higher ones that you have to use influence on.
Good. Thank you for reminding me. So I wouldn't have thought of that.
I was just wondering.
So I'm going to do the 6th one.
Logical reasoning.
And I'm putting that to my favor right now. He can always change that back later. These are just going to flip-flop back and forth.
But it would cost me 6 influence, so...
to do it, so... And hopefully I can do it again and get that over 1 more, so it'd be even harder for him to get it back to the defense side. Okay, so then it's the questioning step. That was the trial phase. Now we're on questioning. And this is where I can play an examination card or play a procedure down for later. But of course, I'm going to play one of my examination cards. Ooh. Okay. So this one is surprise witness. So I have the judge's favor. It says if you have the judge's favor, claim the current witness and replace it with the top card of the witness deck, orienting it either way, then losing the judge's favor and discard this card.
Wow.
So I'm going to play that. It doesn't get me any influence, but I get to claim that witness, and there's no victory on that, but I get to sway 2 bias. I don't get the benefit of the surprise witness when she's called. I don't get that. So he has if he wants to use one of his objection tokens, he can, or he can just let it pass.
I'll object.
Okay, so when he does that, that goes to my discard pile, but I get to play again. I don't lose my turn. But he's used up one of his objections, so... Okay, so...
So you want to use your objections for that, or when the highest influence card is a 5, so that pretty much would be one you want to object.
Okay, I'm going to play this one because it gets me 4 influence. So I'm going to put that on my dial, 4. And I gain the judge's favor and then take the pass action. So I already have the judge's favor, but it got me 4 influence. And now it's Anthony's turn.
Same card, just different. So I gain the judge's favor. And the judge's favor is kind of beneficial if the influence is tied.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. There's so much to this game, and there's a lot of strategy. Okay, so this is not one I would normally play when I have the witness, but it gets me 2 influence, and I can cancel the primary or secondary value of the witness, so he doesn't get those points anyway if he won the witness. So the primary, if I win the witness, I get those influence points, so it really didn't matter. And if this happened to be my last card, it cancels the victory effect of this witness. So we'll hope that's not my last card I play.
Can I put this card down? Now, some of them have a 0, but they really don't have a 0 because this one's examined +2 value for each of the little icon right there. Card in your examination. So I get 4. Oh, what was that? Did you?
I just discredited the witness.
Okay, so I get. You. So actually, this counts too, isn't it? The card that actually I put down, so I would have 6.
Where do you get 6? It's +2. It's for each.
Oh, exactly.
You don't get your 4.
Oh yeah, I forgot. So 4. So I'm up to 8. She's at 6. Yeah, there's a lot of rules to remember in this game.
Okay. This kind of helps him, but each player draws 1 card.
That helped me tremendously.
Yeah. But I didn't want that other card to be my last card played, so it would cancel if I won this witness, it cancels her victory. Like I get to sway 2 bias. Whoever wins her gets to sway 2 bias. So actually only the prosecution victory.
My turn.
Some of them are victory whoever. Hers is only for prosecution.
Okay, if the top card of your opponent's examination is evidence, discard it. So I think it didn't have any points anyways.
Yeah, but it canceled this one.
So I have 10 points. And so
it's going to be hard for me to catch up.
See, it goes only up to 9, so you just put that at 0, and then you put this at 1.
Okay.
And that's how you get up to 10.
any of those little forgery things? No.
Now that I see.
Okay, so this one only gets me 1, and if there's any forgeries in either, which there's not, for each forgery in either examination, you draw 1 card. But wouldn't this count? That's a forgery, so I would count. So I get to draw a card for each one, and I get 1 influence point.
So hopefully we're playing this right. There's some, if we're not, we're just doing house rules, I guess. So, okay, my turn?
Mm-hmm.
So gain the judge's favor. I already have the judge's favor. And that's good if it's a tie or if you have a procedure card. So you may take another action. So gain the judge's favor, you may take another action. So I put that down, and I'm up to 12. And I get to take another action. So I'm going to put a procedure.
Oh, in your play area for later?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, this one's a sweet card.
It must be a 5.
It's 0, but plus 5 value if you have 4 or more. Oh, I need 1 more. Sorry.
She does have a tendency to do that.
Get all excited. Okay, so I'll play this one. It's still good. My victory, if I win this, and this is my last card up, I can sway one with the thumbs up or the skull. And I'm sorry, I can't remember their exact names, but I do get 2 influence points for that.
I'm done.
So he passes. So this one, I can keep a card. I'm going to keep this because it doesn't benefit me at all, even though I can't win the witness. I've lost the witness. Because
Actually, I'm not going to pass.
Oh, you're not passing?
If that's your turn, then I'm going to put in a procedure card.
All right.
So I have 2 down.
So I have to pass.
And I have to pass because
Wait, I do not have to pass.
Yeah, you can have.
Sidebar.
Yeah, you could get a card.
I'm going to draw a card.
We always forget about the sidebar. And you notice a lot of people forget in their videos too. It's something that's just overlooked at times.
So you have to pass because you don't have it, basically, right? Or you can do
I
sidebar.
can do my sidebar. I'll do my sidebar.
Okay.
So I have a card that restores it anyways.
Okay. So my turn, I'm going to... When I play this card, I get 3. Oops. So put me at 12. Oh, we died. 3 influence. Add 1 evidence from your hand to your examination, ignoring bias. But, again, this doesn't give me any points.
My turn.
Yep.
So plus 2 value for each heart in your examination. So that's 4. So that's 16. And I'm going to get, since I have the judge's favor.
You can't do that. That's
you
have to wait.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
So, again, I can't play this. Unfortunately, the card I drew did not have that symbol on it. So, I have to pass.
Okay, my turn. I'm going to regain my sidebar. And that's going to be here.
That's your turn, right? Why would you do that?
So I could have it for next turn.
It resets each witness.
Oh.
Right? Yeah.
Does it? Oh, yeah.
Again, we could not find an exact rule on that in the book. We think it resets each witness, so let us know if we're wrong. So that would be a waste for him because she's already in his favor, and I passed, so obviously I don't have a play. And so did you just pass?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we resolve the witness, and so he has 16, I have 12, so that means he gains, not only does he win the witness, but luckily he does not get the victory effect because he's not the prosecution, but he gets to put her in his play area, and he doesn't get the points for her because it's only for the prosecution. If I won it, I would get an additional 4 influence, but he does get to spend 4 influence points to sway the jurors.
Can I get the prosecution victory, though? This one? Sway 2 by...
No, you're not prosecution.
Oh, yeah. Right.
These are just...
I also forget you're the prosecution.
You keep that in your play area.
Yeah.
That's your witness.
I'm going to put this over here.
And then we...
So, let me sway on the defense.
We discard our examination cards.
So
Where's your discard pile? You've not discarded any yet?
No.
You might want to keep... That's going to be confusing because we ever...
All right, so I get to spend 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to spend the hardest one.
Okay.
All right.
So I have the choice. I had 1 card left. He didn't have any cards left, so he's going to draw 5 cards. We get our sidebar back. I'm going to keep this card because it's a pretty good card. If I have the right situation, I can use it. So I only draw 4 cards.
Oh, wow.
And I lost, so she goes in my favor.
So I get to...
And I get to call the witness.
Oh, yeah, I guess you lost. Yeah, the person who loses gets to favor the judge. So.
Okay. And... Alright, so I'm going to call Yuri Vilkum. And when he's called, I get to search the buried evidence for 1 painting and add it to my hand. And let's hope there's a painting in there. There is. Let's see which one I want. Wow, there's quite a few.
And the paintings a lot of times are good because they have 5 influence.
Wow, there's a lot. Okay, so obviously the blue ones I don't want. And I don't want these 1s and 0s. So there's 3 that I may want. Ooh. Good one.
And we start the influence tracker back to 0.
Okay, so here's a...
I'll do it for her while she's choosing.
Now add it to my hand, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So, oh yeah. So I get to play. It is weird. Why is there different points? Because you don't get those points if you gain the victory, right? I need to make sure of that. I could be wrong.
You gained 3 points. I gained 1.
Well, I didn't give you any points last time.
Yeah, because you had it blocked with the...
Oh, it's given to the player who did not call the witness.
Yeah. You had me blocked with the...
But I didn't think you got it because it was red.
Okay.
But I discredited it anyway. That's why you didn't get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. We do add that to our influence right now when I call them. The other one was tied, so we would have been tied. It wouldn't have mattered. She was in your favor. But you wouldn't have had any influence. I don't know if we played that last round correctly. So you get 1, I get 3 when they're called. And I'm guessing if I discredit it, you take it back. So you need to add 1 to yours, and I add 3. We missed that step last time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to play this. And I do have to play my hand revealed this witness. But I get 4 points. 4 influence.
And same card, just in the defendant's side. So
See if I have a... So that card's pointless. I don't have that in my discard. None of mine. I got a crappy hand. They're really not good. I can't play most of them because I don't have none of those bias showing right now. I'm going to do this one. I don't get to take advantage of the examine because he doesn't have a painting on top, but I do get 4 victory points. Or not victory points, sorry, influence.
okay, man, this one, bury 1 card from your opponent's discard.
So he's going to put one of my cards from my discard pile into the buried evidence pile. Did you do your influence?
No, not yet. Well, you're right up to 11.
Play this one. And I don't... I'm not going to take a... Oh, that's for victory. I don't... Okay, so I just get 3 influence.
So this one, add 1 evidence from your hand to your examination, ignoring bias, but I don't have any evidence.
Okay.
So I'm just adding it.
Yeah, there's a lot of times you can't use the examination. But right now I'm way ahead of him. I hope it stays that way. I get to sway one of the ones that are on the 6th one because it's a skull if I win this one. Okay, so I can't even play these. There's no symbol.
You're only 3 ahead of me.
This one. 1. And I already looked. I don't have a Vermeer in my discard pile, so.
My turn?
Mm-hmm.
Put a procedure.
Okay.
And I can't play this one. So.
You're passing?
Yep. Actually, I'm doing this. My favor. It's your turn.
Okay, so oh, I can play this one. Victory sucks on that. This is the last card. I have to discard one of my claimed witnesses, but that would only be if we tied. That would come into play. Since I'm already winning, I'm not playing that because the reason being I'm already ahead of him by 4. I passed. Although I think I'm going to do a sidebar and draw a card just to see. Okay. I am going to play that because that will, oh, that won't get me any, that's blue, so I won't get any points for that. But if it's the last one on my thing, in my examination, the victory I get is I can sway, and so I'm definitely going to do that. And it's your turn. You passing?
Yep.
Huh?
Redoing my sidebar.
All right.
Your turn.
Okay. I'm passing.
Sidebar. What are you doing?
I'm passing.
Passing again. Okay. I have the judge's favor, so I'm gonna search my berry deck. Actually, did I beat the berry?
Mm-hmm.
So. Passing?
Yeah.
So
now we're tied.
I'm at 15. Are you passing?
No, I have to play this card. Puts me at 17.
My turn?
Mm-hmm. Do you have another one to play?
Draw one procedure from your discard pile. And I'll draw a procedure from my discard pile.
You're getting so lucky. So lucky.
Okay. My turn?
Oh.
Why didn't you haven't used any of your objections?
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about those. I don't want to waste them though.
Your turn, Mike?
This card has been useless. But I am going to put it on top because I don't want to discard. Actually, I'm not going to win it anyway, but that would be dumb for me to do. I'm going to pass.
Okay, so my turn?
Did you add your 3 for that one?
Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't. So we're tied.
No, I was ahead of you by a little.
So, my turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you have to get rid of your argument card on top. So, puts me at 20. It's my turn still?
Yeah, I
All right.
pass.
Pass. Put my procedure down.
I pass.
Pass. All right, so that completes the session.
Again, I lost my own witness, so we discard, put our discards in our discard. He does get the victory for this one. He gets to sway one of the skulls that goes in his claimed witness.
So I sway this one, and Yeah, so I get 3.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was resetting mine too early.
All right.
Okay. I can choose. I'm not keeping this card because it's done nothing for me. That may have cost me that witness by keeping that card last time. And I get to call my witness again because she's in my favor. So how does that work? I can actually call any witness. So.
Or you could pull from the witness.
No, that's only if you have a surprise witness. I could pull from this.
Oh, yeah. Have I won both your witness?
Yes.
You're looking at your symbols to see which one would benefit you the most.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to call one of his witnesses, Henry Antonius. So we each get 4. I also get to sway one bias for calling that one. I'm going to put that one back that he just swayed. And
Forget, do you start with 5 even if you have one?
no, you draw up to 5. So
Okay, yeah,
you always start with 5.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So
Center. Wow, this one you could, if you win it, you sway 2 bias. So this is definitely the one to win.
ooh. Nice. This is 0, but if you have the judge's favor, add the top 2 cards of your deck to your examination, ignoring bias. Then lose the judge's favor and discard this card. Wow. So I get 5. And
Even if the symbols don't add
said
up.
ignore bias.
Oh, yeah.
So I assume I get to do the examine, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if the top card of your opponent, you don't have a top card. Draw 1 procedure from your discard. Nice.
So this might benefit her.
Okay.
So,
Well, I need it to benefit me.
so,
Here go.
so
I felt pretty comfortable last game, and then you came up in the end and took my witness.
what's this mean? Resolve the victory effect of the card.
And that's if you win, and that's on the top.
Oh,
so you
yeah,
can
victory.
choose any of the other victories.
Yeah, I forget that's victory. Okay, so. Okay. I'm going to do this one.
Have you been looking at the victory of your last card?
Yeah, okay. None of them were.
Okay.
This one I get to examine and sway a bias.
Well, that is the examine. This is examination, so you get to sway.
So. And I'm the defense. I have to remember because last time we were different. So I'm at 6, she's at 9.
What am I supposed? I lost the favor. Did you turn it over?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Okay. This card reminded me of that. Mm. Okay, I'm gonna do my sidebar.
Okay. Okay, so I'm doing this one. So this cancels the primary or secondary value of the witness.
Yeah, you can just credit, and that means I go backwards.
So
right?
Would the secondary value be the sway
no,
2
it's
by?
this or this.
Well, of course I would do yours.
So I go backwards. I believe that's how that works.
Yep. So I'm back to 8.
No, you don't go backwards.
No, I know. That was 2 points. That was a 6. So
you said
8.
back too, like you were setting yours back. Okay, so let's see. All right. So I'm going to
Although I notice the prosecutor starts first, I notice the defense has a tendency to win a lot.
Okay, so let's tell you what I'm doing. If you have the judge's favor, claim the current witness and replace it with the top card of the witness deck, orienting it either way. Then lose the judge's favor and discard this card.
I have that card.
So I want to make sure. Do I get the victory?
Yeah, you get the victory.
You sure?
Yeah, it says on the card.
It didn't say that. Let's see. When a player resolves surprise witness, they claim the current witness and draw the top card of the witness deck. Both players' examinations are left alone. The new witness plays the old. This will change the influence that each player receives from the witness. Like 0. Any called effects on the new witness are ignored, but... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you get the...
So, but it says still resolved as normal. I didn't get victory. So I don't get it. I just get to claim the witness. I don't get the actual victory points. So... And this victory doesn't matter to us. You don't use the locks in case 0, 0. You use those in case 0, 1. So her victory, it means nothing. Because the victory you get to lock or unlock. Okay, so. But don't we both go down 4?
Don't know.
Well, actually, I was already down 4. I think you lose your 4 because it changes the points you get. And I already lost mine. So that actually did help me. And that was my card I played. So that was my play. And I lose the favor.
Okay, my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to play this one. Actually, if you have the judge's favor, shuffle up to 5 arguments from your discard into your deck, then lose the judge's favor and discard this card.
No.
Okay.
I object.
Wow, that's the first objection.
Well, you could get so many points with that.
I could.
Although, really, this one doesn't matter, but... Are we tied?
No, you're 5, I'm at 4.
I'm talking about here.
No, I'm winning.
Okay, these things changed. Did you lose her favor after playing that?
I never played it. You objected.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you get to play again when I object, remember?
Oh, yeah. So the victory. Resolve the victory effect of a card in your opponent's examination. So put.
That's if you win.
So that's 7, you're 5.
Okay, I get +2 for each heart.
I object.
Really? You're going to use it for that?
Yep.
Well, I'm glad you're wasting them.
All right.
You only have one more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I get to play.
Yeah, is this your discard?
That's my discard. Okay, so... Did I draw a card when I did, didn't I?
I can't remember.
I don't know if I did.
Yeah, there's a lot to remember in this game.
I'm only playing this so I can play other cards, so I don't get to do anything or get points from that.
Okay, since I have the judge's favor, I'm going to search my berry for evidence. So I get to draw one card. Search for the berry evidence. So search for evidence. Oh, buried is this one, isn't it? Yeah. That's the discard. This is the berry. All right. Your turn.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to play this one, and what's that saying?
Oh, here you.
Are you both recording? Okay, they are both recording, right?
Yeah.
Alright. I get 2, and I get to sway one of the magnifying glasses or the skull, or no, the head. Magnifying or a head. That one. So, tied. 1. You're ahead by 1 on these.
My turn.
Oh, did I add the 2? I didn't add the 2.
Yeah, so.
Because we were tied right before.
Yeah.
Did I add the 2?
I can't remember.
I don't think I did. I can't remember.
Sidebar.
Do you think I added them?
I don't know. That's your.
I'm not sure. I think I only had 5.
Okay, it's your turn.
Okay, so playing this one, it's 3, and then I get +2 influence for each card in my examination. So, 1, 2, 3. So, wow. 10, get 13. So anyway, she'd save some of those objections.
Oh, I object.
So
There you go.
you have 0 objections.
Yep.
So I get to go again. Okay. So I get +5 if I have 4 more hearts.
You have 3.
Okay.
So.
Wait, then let me reevaluate this. You know, I played that wrong. Where's that one that I swayed? That's only for victory.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm winning, so.
We're tied.
I know, but I have the judge's
Yeah,
favor.
you do.
Okay, I'm done.
All right. I have the crappiest cards. And maybe I just don't play very well. That could be it too. I have to pass.
So I win.
You've won 3 in a row. The only way I have a witness is because I played that card. You don't get anything,
Yeah.
but you get the witness. And it goes in my favor. Okay, so
Get my sidebar back. Yours.
I'm discarding that. I'm going to draw 5 cards. And he has no more objections, so that's nice.
Yeah, let's go get 2. Actually, I'm going to get rid of this one. Pick up 3.
Okay, I'm going to call Vivian Charala. So I get 2. Oh, we need to reset. I get 2 and you get 1. And okay, this one's worth 3. Kind of nice knowing you can't object to me. And I get to get 1 painting. Your opponent discards. Oh, never mind. That's from your examination. I saw discard. Okay, so that's
My turn? I get 2. I gain the judge's favor. Okay.
so. +3 if the previous card in my examination is evidence. So I get 5 points. I'm going to win this one. So I'm at 10.
I can't play many cards, so I'm just got to. I'm playing this one. Actually, let's see. Yeah, I'm playing this one. So that's 3. I'm at 6. Your turn.
Okay. I'm going to play.
After this one, we're going to have to pause. I don't know if you could hear our little puppy.
We tried to have our dog. He's not really a puppy, but we call him Puppy. He's little. But we tried to have him out while we were doing the video, and he was just being really loud with his toys. But we can only do this so long, and then he starts whimpering, even if we turn the TV on for him. So we take little breaks and go give him some love and come back. So this one, it's 0, but it's +2 for each magnifying in my examination, so I get 4.
Okay, I'm doing this one. Gives me 2 more, so I'm up to 8. She's at 14, so
And he has no objections.
So I'm gonna have to catch up quick.
Okay, this one's worth 0, but it's +2 for each thumbs up in my examination, so that's 4.
And I'm putting this one, which is a 5, which gives me.
Did you do your? We were tied last time, right? So you didn't
Yeah.
have any influence. Okay.
So I'm up 13.
Dang.
Surprised she didn't object to it. Okay, your turn.
I'm saving mine. Okay. So. I'm going to pass for now.
Do a sidebar. Okay. Your turn, my turn.
I'm going to pass for now.
Okay. So we could connect it to these, right? You said?
Mm-hmm.
So cancel the victory effect of this witness.
So, you can't sway if you get a victory.
Yes, that's right.
That's only if it, oh yeah, that's.
The-
So I'm going to put this on top so we'll remember. Did you get your 3 points for that?
Oh, no.
So that you're 16. I'm going to try my luck.
Oh, yeah, I should. I forgot to do that when I did the sidebar.
Nice. +5 if you have 4 or more of the heads in your examination. And I do. So, 23.
My turn?
Mm-hmm.
+5. So 21.
Wait. What's that put you at?
21. Yeah, I'm pretty much.
No, I'm not. would object.
All right.
Is that all your cards?
Yeah, that's everything.
Good. So +2 for each forgery. So that's 4.
Wow. You won.
Yes. So I don't get the victory. He robbed me of that. But I get that she goes to his favor. But I do have 6 influence points. So I'm going to sway. But it's actually better to do a couple because it's based on how many jurors. So 6. I'm going to do 3 of these. So that one, and that one.
All right.
Okay, so set these back to 0.
We're going to pick our 5 cards, and then we'll take a pause.
Yeah.
So
we have to go love on the puppy.
Okay, so we'll see you when we come back. Okay, we're back. So since she won, I get to call my witness. And so I got to look at my deck.
You can also call one of these expert witnesses at random.
Ooh. Call this person?
So you can draw one card at random from your opponent's hand and give me a card from your hand.
Okay, so... Okay.
That one doesn't benefit you at all. Okay, you want to turn it to where you get the most points.
Okay, so...
See?
Oh, yeah, so start out with 2. And... Okay, so each player draws 1 card.
You discard all procedures from your procedure area. I get 4. I know you'd like to object to that, but you can't.
Okay, plus 5. That's 7.
I'm going to see if I can use this card. Wow, it's a big... Look at 4. Okay. I don't have one in my discard, so that one's useless. Okay, I get 2. I gain the judge's favor, and I get to take another action.
Where's this one?
I think it was right there. We haven't touched that one, right? That's 3.
Sidebar.
Okay, let's get +1 for that one.
Draw one player or one painting from either player's examination.
I don't know if I have a painting. I don't.
Alright.
You don't either, right?
No.
Did you add to your thing? What do you have, 10?
Yep.
Okay, +2 for each card with that balance scales in my examination, so 4.
My turn.
I'm going to object to that.
You were a little too happy. Put that card away. Okay, so
I only have one more objection left, though.
So this doesn't help me at all. Doesn't really do anything. Alright, so pretty much I'm pass.
Okay, I'm going to draw a card. She's already turned to me. Are you going?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to play this. Get +2.
And I pass.
I pass, and the victory is I get to sway 1 heart or 1 scale. And the victory for this guy is sway 1 scale. So we're tied for witnesses, and I believe I'm ahead right now on the jurors swayed. Tied. One. Yeah, I'm ahead by 5 jurors right now. Okay, so we discard.
And this one.
And
Get my sidebar back.
I'm not keeping that one.
0. And since you won, it's in my favor. And I get to pick 5.
And we're getting close to the end of our decks, so we're probably not going to be able to call the witness. We won't be able to call the witnesses before I'm out of cards. Like, we'll be done after this witness.
So I get 3.
You can also call one of these at random.
Nah, it's okay.
Okay.
This one has a lot of benefits.
Wow, every one of mine are 0, 0, 0.
Nah, that's what I love.
I get my sway.
So it's my turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
5.
I'm going to object.
Are you?
Yep.
All right.
This is the last witness. I'll be out of cards.
All right, your turn.
Okay, so get 5.
This one is resolve the victory effect of another card in your examination. So it doesn't do anything. So 6.
Okay, +2 value for each card in your, with the head. So we'll get 4.
I'll do a sidebar. So
Oh, it's already in your favor. I keep doing my cards.
your turn.
Okay, I'm going to do sidebar. And after this witness, does it end immediately? I just drew my last card.
Oh, we've never done that. I think that's in the game.
Oh, at the end of the round.
Okay.
So.
Is that your turn already?
Yeah.
Okay, so my turn. Let's see. There's a painted. There isn't. So I'm at 8. Your turn.
Okay, so if you have the judge's favor, refresh your sidebar, play one card from your hand, ignoring bias, lose the judge's favor, and discard this card. So I get to play any card, ignoring bias, which is that one. So I get 2, and I get to sway 1 bias. So.
My turn? Refresh one of your objectives for each. So I get one of my objectives back. And I get 1.
For each forgery in either examination.
That's my only forgery.
Are you at 9?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to do this sidebar even though I can't draw a card.
Can I do anything?
I can't. That was my turn.
Alright. So 4. Guess it's 4 each. So I'm at 13.
So she's in my favor. So if you have the judge's favor, search the buried evidence for 1 card. You lose a
I object.
Oh yeah, you don't. I forgot you have that.
My turn.
And I lose. Oh, actually, I get to play.
Oh yeah.
So this card, because the game will end and I'll win if I don't do it. Even if you won this witness, I would still win. Because if I play this card, I can shuffle up to 5 arguments from my discard into my deck and then lose the judge's favor. So that would prolong the game. I'm going to pass.
So I'm at 2. 15.
Passing.
So we're done?
Mm-hmm.
So I sway 1 heart or 1 thumbs up. So, of course, I'm going to sway this one. And then what's the victory for this one? Sway 1 heart. And so I have 3.
Okay, so tied. No, you have 1 plus 1. 3. Tied. Plus 2, so that's
I'm
back to
winning
1.
now.
We're tied.
Oh.
We're tied. And are we tied? No, I'm plus 1 there. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are we tied?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So who's the judge? Where's the or?
Whoever has the most witnesses, which that would be you.
Oh yeah, I guess I just won this one. So I won.
I should have prolonged the game. So we're tied on the jury, but he has one more witness, so that's the tiebreaker.
Her confidence was a little
So
too
I thought
high.
I could have played this card, but it would have prolonged the game, and who knows if I would have won.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought I had it won.
So that's how you play lower up. It's an extremely fun game when you use the actual jury.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just doing the witness, it's
Yeah, the short game, it wasn't, I wouldn't suggest that one, but the Case 00 normal is really fun. We haven't played the 01, Case 01 yet. That one's a murder case. So this one was art forgery. We actually didn't even read you this is called, Case 00 was art of the crime. So it has a whole backstory. I won't bore you with that, reading that to you. You can read it when you get the game. And if you'd like to get this game for yourself, we'll have the link in the descriptions. And if you enjoyed this video, please support our channel by liking and subscribing. And we look forward to seeing you next time.